Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to King's Quest VI, Heir Today, Gone Tomorrow. So, we are now into the Labyrinth, which, yes, is a maze. Because of course it is, and it has death traps, and if you didn't get the items, you can softlock here. So, they haven't fully learned from their mistakes from the King's Quest V, but still, it's a bit more merciful than that game. And luckily, the game actually, in the manual and the guidebook to Green Isles, I think. I'm not sure if it's that or the manual. Fuck, I don't know. But actually, no, it would be the guidebook. So in the guidebook, it actually gives you a map to to. I'm trying to think here. Boy. It gives you a map to both layers of the catacombs. And while it doesn't explicitly tell you where to go or anything, it gives you a general layout of the place, so... And there are items that we need to pick up here that we will use later. So first off, I will actually head all the way to the left here, because there's another genie thing that, of course I will show off.
As he walks through the doorway, Alexander gets a very bad feeling about this room.
Actually, I think the genie thing was a bit later, actually. Oops. I just wasted your time. Ha 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 ha.
Next.
Don't just wonder, Alexander. Let your conscience be your guide.
Anyways, we'll follow the map here. So I'll head up 2 screens, and then we'll head right when this door appears right here. And we will head right 2 times.
Alexander hears the distant sounds of a wild animal somewhere in the maze of rooms.
Must be the Minotaur. And we'll go up here, because there's a bunch of skeletons in this room.
The remains of several unfortunate souls haunt the room. These bones seem more recent than the ancient catacomb bones that Alexander has seen so far. Perhaps they were victims of the Minotaur, or perhaps they died while wandering lost in the maze.
Well,
3 of the skeletons are completely intact.
Well, considering that this room is quite a ways away... Actually, never mind. It could be he killed them in there. But there's a skull right here.
A lone skull lies on the ground among the skeletons. Where the skull came from is a mystery, since the other remains seem to have their skulls intact.
Interesting. Well, we actually do need that skull, because that is a part of one of our spells. A skull full of hot oak embers, so we shall grab the skull.
Alexander picks up the skull.
And now we will head out of here. And yeah, this place is riddled with those death traps that you saw earlier. But luckily I know where they are. Anyways, now we can head into this room. Oh, I'm sure it's nothing that serious.
Alexander feels the tile he's standing on shift beneath his feet.
Uh-oh. Tickets up. Next.
3 spikes and you're out.
So this is another, I guess, layer of copy protection, but not really. Once again, you have to refer to the guidebook, and it gives you a, like, poem or verse or something, which says, 3 roses laid upon the bower, a scythe for he who cuts the flower, a crown, a dove, most noble race, thy bones make this dread place. And that actually corresponds to the tiles.
An image of a rose has been carved into that tile.
Okay, fur. Okay, so 3 roses. laid upon the bower. A scythe, who cuts the flower. A crown, a dove, noble race. Thy bones, make sacred this dread place. And that's how you get across. Anyways, I think the genie trap is, right here. If we head to the left here. Yeah, right here.
Ah, you are a human only and not the monster himself. I heard you coming and thought you were the beast. Did my father send you here to save me?
Why, yes, he did, but how did you...
Hush, there is no time. I think I have discovered the Minotaur's secret exit from the catacombs. Follow me and we'll both be saved.
And yeah, that's the genie trap. So we'll go back and grab the shield. I spoiled that, whoops. There's a shield on the wall.
An old wooden shield hangs on the wall.
And that will be useful to getting farther into the Isle of the Beast.
Alexander takes the shield from the wall.
Alright, with that, we'll go upwards for a while now. Because we need to go all the way up here. And then to the left here. To get yet another item.
Niches in the wall. Niches in the wall form stone burial beds. Ancient bones lie crumbling on the unyielding rock. Alexander notices that this skeleton has old coins over its eyes.
Obviously a nod to Greek mythology where you have to place coin on the eyes to ferry across the river Styx.
Alexander finds 2 coins on the skeleton's eyes. He takes the old coins.
But I'm sure we won't have to venture across the river Styx. I don't know why.
The 2 coins from the skeleton in the catacombs are extremely old and corroded.
Also, I don't know why the coins would be here, considering that did the beast place them here, or I don't know, that doesn't make any sense. Unless this was like some sort of unless like this was like some sort of burial grounds before the beast moved in, the Minotaur moved in here. Anyways, we can head into this room.
The doors have sealed Alexander inside. And the ceiling is coming down.
Oh my god, whatever will we do? Well, we have a brick.
In a desperate move, Alexander throws a brick into the grinding gears. The brick is caught between 2 cogs. The gears shriek and shudder. The mechanism grinds to a halt. The ceiling is stuck. The trap is sprung.
You can actually throw the skull in there, and if you do, it will get crushed and you will be killed. Because of course. Anyways, we'll head up here. And to the right here. And head in this room, and oh! Fuck.
Sounds! A trap floor!
Alexander seems to have fallen to a lower level of the catacombs. Wherever he is, the place sure is dark. Alexander can't even see his hand in front of his face.
And, so we're supposed to use the tinderbox here, but if you wait long enough, you will die. And I'll show that off, because it's kind of an amusing death.
Alexander hears the scrabble of hooves in the dark room.
Hello?
Both of his eyeballs got fucking ripped out of his goddamn skull.
Tickets up. Next.
Caught in the dark, Alexander?
So yeah, anyways, we can use the tinderbox.
Alexander takes the candle from his tinderbox and uses the flint in the box to light it.
Aha! So that's why it's dark in here. A torch is out.
Alexander lights the extinguished torch and puts his tinderbox away.
Kind of weird that it lights the entire labyrinth. I mean, you could have seen the light through the door over here, but, you know, logic doesn't make sense. Anyways, we're going to head left until we hit a wall, yeah. Actually, we're going to head left until,
Alexander hears a low growling, so faint as to seem born of his fired imagination rather than of any living creature.
we're gonna head left until we hit a second downward here. Which is right here. And we'll head down again. And we'll go here. Because going in this room...
Alexander hears the sound of a wild beast again, this time so loud that the creature itself seems to be in the same room with him. The noises are coming from the other side of the east wall.
Well, we do have the hole in the wall, so it'd be good to use it.
Alexander puts the hole in the wall on the east wall. The hole in the wall trembles slightly with dread at the clammy feeling of the stones. Alexander peers through the hole in the wall and sees just another room in the catacombs. Aha! Not just another room at all. So that's why Alexander couldn't find the Minotaur's lair. At least Alexander now knows the lair exists, somewhere in the maze on the other side of this wall. While Alexander contemplates what he's just seen, the hole in the wall, frightened by the Minotaur, makes a run for it. Alexander hopes the little creature finds its way home to the Isle of Wonder.
Yeah, it definitely will not. So now we have to go, go and face off with the Minotaur, as the box art quite clearly suggests we will. And now we'll head down and get to there. Very slow process. But now we're here. And we'll use the tapestry.
This tapestry looks familiar. Now let's see. I don't feel anything. Aha! A hidden latch.
Alexander triggers the little latch. A secret door rolls open.
So, we shall go through it. Also, yes, I know it's part 4. I'm using part 3, say fuck you.
No! I beg of you! Please don't hurt me!
Your struggles are useless.
It's the Minotaur, and he's struggling with a Winged One's girl. She must be Lady Celeste. Alexander steps further into the room. The movement catches Lady Celeste's eye. She screams for help.
You there! Human! Help me! Help!
Who dares enter my lair?
That voice acting.
I ask you to release your captive or suffer the consequences.
Never. You die, human.
As the Minotaur advances in attack, Alexander slowly backs away.
Uh-oh.
until he can back away no more.
Now where to, little man? Arr.
So obviously, we gotta be quick about this. Now, it turns out that minotaurs, much like bulls, like the color red. I don't know.
Alexander, his back inches from the fiery pit, tempts the Minotaur with the Red Queen's scarf.
Look here, you bully. Nice, bright red.
Red.
I suppose the puzzle makes
Now
sense.
you die.
Anyways, we have a long cutscene to go through, so sit back.
The Minotaur drops from sight amidst the consuming flames. Slowly, his scream fades as well.
Have you been harmed, Lady Celeste? Are you all right?
No, I am not all right. I assume you do not intend to leave me tied up on this vile monstrosity.
Of course not. Sorry. Let's see. If you'll give me a moment, I'll have these untied in no time.
I can't wait that long. Look, I wear a small dagger just inside my belt. It should be enough to cut the rope.
Oh, all right. I've got it, Lady Celeste. Here we go.
Thank you. You may keep the dagger as a gift for saving my life.
That's very generous.
Forget it. Do you mind if we just get out of here now?
It turns out the secret exit was
The
just...
Winged One's guards, bored with the pointless waiting, are startled by the sound of rock moving against rock.
And the secret exit was quite literally just right next to the fucking normal entrance.
Lady Celeste, bide thee well.
I'm quite well, thanks to the bravery of a mere human. So much for your superior intellects.
Yes, milady.
Now bring him along. I'm going home.
I see you have proven yourself the hero of the prophecy. Well, I am expected to thank you for saving my daughter's life, so I thank you. I am obliged to thank you for the restoration of our sacred catacombs. It means much to our people. We have already begun the process of clearing the deadly traps from its rooms. It is also my duty to grant you a visit with the Oracle, so this I do. I will grant you the freedom to leave here unharmed, despite my orders to the contrary from the Crown. But there, my obligations to you end. I have no love for Alhazred, but he is my liege, and if Princess Cassima trusts him and wishes to wed him, my guards will take you to the Oracle now. When your time with her is through, I want you to leave the City of the Winged Ones and never return. I don't know who you are or what you want here, but I will not disobey my crown further.
I thank you, Lord Azure. I will respect your wishes.
Also, I just realized, yeah, it was the Catacombs, so that thing about fucking the coins is dumb. Lamau.
Hail to thee, great oracle. Lord Azure sends you this wingless mail. It appears that he solved the cliffs of logic and...
defeated the Minotaur in his lair. So I have seen. So this is the one that haunts my pool of late. Welcome, young seeker. What knowledge do you desire?
Princess Cassima, whatever you can tell me, great oracle.
Ah, of course, the princess. That explains my images. Let us see what we can see. I see a maiden, lovely and pure, but surrounded by evil. She is a rose set amidst bitter thorns. It is her fate to be the pawn of dark powers. And yours vows to try to redeem her.
How? How do I redeem her?
Fate is not like the cut of a blade, young one, but rather like the myriad of paths formed when a hammer cracks ice. I will tell you what I can, but what will actually come to pass is up to you. I see that any attempt to reach the girl will force you into battle, a struggle against a dark force. If you lose, your life will be forfeit.
Who must I fight?
A great darkness surrounds your adversary, preventing me from seeing clearly. I can only make out the shape of a black cloak. But before this final struggle, I see an infiltration, a dangerous game of hide-and-seek in corridors filled with enemies. The risks are high, but it is the only way to reach the one you seek. There is more than one way into this place. Your choice will dictate much.
What else do you see, mighty Oracle?
Oh, such pain. I see two restless spirits crying out for revenge. These shades could help you destroy the dark force if they were to be brought back from their spiritual form. Yet this is only one possible path to your destiny. I'm afraid this is getting beyond me. I know very little about the afterlife. I can only advise getting counsel from the druids. Be warned. The druids are reclusive and dangerous. They might aid you, or they might destroy you. Like their island, the druids' nature is hidden in the mists. There is nothing more I can do for you, except to give you this. It is water from the sacred pool. That and my blessing go with you.
Thank you, great Oracle.
Alright, so first off, we now have a vial of sacred water. And that is one of our ingredients for a spell.
Alexander pours the contents of the Oracle's vial into the hunter's lamp with the baby's tears. The vial, now empty of its sacred fluid, disintegrates.
And now all we need is running water. And we will get that soon-ish. Now what we have to do,
Alexander
so she told us about the druids, and we now have a new isle.
Another island has appeared on the magic map. Alexander wonders if it has anything to do with the Oracle's reference to the druids.
So, we shall go there.
Alexander feels...
We're now on
From
the...
the northeast come the sounds of mysterious drums and chanting.
It's best that we don't go that way, considering what the Oracle has told us. Instead, we can head here, and there are two...
From the east come the sounds of mysterious drums and chanting.
Fuck off, narrator. From here, there are only two things that we need to grab. The scythe.
Alexander takes the scythe.
And a lump of coal, because we can use that to solve the, dispute between the chess, queens.
Alexander reaches into the fire pit and takes a lump of coal.
And with that we can leave, and we cannot return, or else we will die, because the druids will be here.
Alexander...
So, yeah, we quickly get the fuck out of there. Okay. And after that, we can head to the Isle of Beasts, because we can actually go further in there. Finally. And because we got the shield in the catacombs, we can use it.
Alexander decides to pass through the gate, preparing the shield just in case. The magic arrow completely shatters the shield. Good thing the arrow didn't hit Alexander.
Now we can pass through completely fine. And go along here.
Alexander walks forward to step onto the gazebo. But the rose hedges on either side of the path, sensing an intruder's presence, reach out their vines and blend together. The path is blocked.
And we also need to grab one of the roses here.
Alexander takes a magnificent white rose from the rose hedges.
And we got the scythe earlier, so we shall use it against the magical hedgerow.
Alexander wields the scythe, determined to get past the magical rose hedges.
Rose hedges, same thing.
The leaves fly as Alexander tries to cut the branches faster than they can grow back together. He sees light. He's through.
Who dares enter Beast's garden?
My name is Alexander. I didn't mean to disturb your private garden.
No. And yet, monsieur, you could hardly have accidentally broken through the 3 enchanted traps of the Isle of the Beast.
I suppose it is simply my nature to break through enchanted traps.
You must be a prince, then. I know the nature of princes all too well. This face you see before you is hideous, is it not?
Well, for the face of a beast, it is really quite noble.
Ha! I'm glad you like it, for you will soon own one just like it. I too was once a pretty prince, caring for nothing but adventuring and rescuing fair maidens. But I rankled one too many evil hags. One dark night, I was turned into this obscenity you see before you, warped in shape and trapped on this enchanted island over 100 years ago.
Surely there is a way off this island.
Oh, surely. You broke in, did you not? And yet think, where would I go clad so eloquently as I am with this silk and this pelt? You see, my prison is also my sanctuary. You are the first to break through the barriers in lo these many years. That is, except for the druids who stole my heirloom coat of arms.
If there's any way I can help.
Help? You? I'm afraid you don't understand. The enchanted barriers were a warning and protection for you more than for me. Your prize for forcing your way past them is to join me in this dire life. By the laws of this sorcery, you are doomed to be trapped in the form of a beast. Your reward for broaching this garden is to be my slave, a slave as beastly as I am. You have only a few hours of humanity left.
But that's not possible. There must be some way to break the enchantment. Spells always have a weakness somewhere.
The enchantment you are under is tied to my own. Oh, the sorceress left me a way out. But I'm afraid it was only her final bitter joke. You see, I need only find a maiden to join me here, to share my castle, my life, willingly. Take another look at me. You can't help but admire the hag's terrible cruelty and cunning.
I shall try to find such a maid, for Casima's sake.
Truly? How determined of you. I personally would not waste my last few hours as a man on an impossible errand. However, you may do as you please. I give you this token. It's my family ring, and the only heirloom I have left. If perchance you should... If you think you have found a maid,
I shall give her this ring.
Yes, she must accept it of her own free will. By doing so, she accepts me. Not that you shall find anyone, mind you. Your time is short. Count the minutes on your fingers, while your fingers you have, pretty prince. Your master will await you.
So, there's running water, but we better hurry the fuck up, because we will actually, die. We won't die in the normal sense, but we will game over if we take too long, so we gotta head the fuck out of here. Now, where do we find a maiden? Well, you may have seen, that one girl, that one peasant girl, on the Isle of the Crown. And yes, that is, the maiden that we need. Apologies if I was too close to the mic and it pops, fuck. Oh well. So anyways, we will head all the way back over here. And talk to her.
The girl is too shy and fearful to talk to a stranger, especially a tall, handsome one such as Alexander.
Well, how about we give her the flower to show that, you know, we're not so tough.
There's no reason to use that object there.
Pardon me, maid. I hope you don't think me forward, but I see that you like roses. I thought you might, perhaps, like a fresh white rose.
Alexander can see the conflict in the girl's pretty face as she fights between her distrust of him and her desire for the white rose. The rose wins.
Oh, I shouldn't, sir, but it is so lovely. I've never seen a rose of white. It looks so pale and delicate. Wherever did you find one of such a color?
There are many hedges of them on the Isle of the Beast, and they grow together like magic.
Oh, truly? What an adventure that must be to see them. But I should not speak so, especially to a stranger. Thank you for the rose, though, kind sir.
And so, now that we have her trust, we'll give her the ring.
Alexander has a thought about the serving girl. He decides to bring up the subject of beast with her.
Let me tell you about the place where the white roses grow. The Isle of the Beast is an enchanted place. There's a path running through a deep forest. The path crosses 3 magic blockades, set to keep all visitors away. At the center lives a tremendous beast.
Really? Magic blockades? How exciting! What kind of a beast? Is it very terrifying and ferocious?
It is a beast that walks on 2 legs and dresses like a prince. It speaks with the voice of a man.
A beast that talks and wears clothes? How is that possible? Is the beast magic too?
Not magical, enchanted. Beast was once a prince, but a witch trapped him in the form of a beast and set him on the island. There he lives in a castle in the midst of a maze.
How terrible! Imagine how lonely he must be.
It is a very lonely prospect, isn't it?
Apologies.
Oh, I have met him, you see. He is indeed ferocious, but who would not be?
He really exists? Oh, how it breaks my heart. If I could, I would tend to such a beast. Such a beast might find comfort in a kind face. Do you not think it so?
Oh, I think it's so. I very much think it's so. You would not be afraid of him?
Afraid? Maybe at first. But how silly of me to speak so. The roses in this little yard are the only magic I will ever see.
I could take you there. In fact, I would owe you my life if you would go, if you truly wish to go.
You are serious? I could leave here? Oh, I have always dreamt of leaving, but to actually go... This is the only home I have ever known.
Home is a hard place to leave, even if you're unhappy there.
But I will go. If I can help him, I must go.
Is there nothing you wish to take with you?
There is nothing.
Then take this ring. It is his. He will be pleased if you would wear it.
Why, it's the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. Thank you kindly, sir.
Beauty! Where do you think you're going?
To a place where roses grow, and to someone who truly needs me.
I see you wear my ring. You willingly agreed to spend your life here with me? Do you know what that means?
Yes, my lord, I do. I have been touched by your story.
Pity alone need not sentence you to endure this face.
Oh, but it is a gentle face, and kind.
You look at me so sweetly and are not repulsed.
Oh, by the light of your eyes, my spirit soars. The enchantment! It is broken!
I am pleased to have served you, my lord. Do you still wish me to stay?
What? Speak not such nonsense, Beauty. Do you think that I learned nothing of true love during my time here? You are my queen.
Oh, my clothes! This gown!
How well it suits your noble heart.
Alexander, how can I ever repay you? I have nothing to offer except my gratitude. But please, take these old clothes. Perhaps you'll find someone in need during your travels.
You have already repaid me by your example of courage, Beauty, and by your friendship, I hope.
You will always have our friendship and loyalty, Prince Alexander. But from a fellow adventurer, take some advice. If you find your true love, protect her with your life. Fear all beasts without the redeeming humanity of love. And to aid you, accept my mirror. Now that my life is no longer hung in false shadows, I have no need for it. Give it to someone with nothing to fear from the truth it reveals.
Thank you. I wish you both well.
Come, Beauty. Let me take you home.
Sounds like it got 2 different voice actors for Beast. Anyways, now that we're not being timed, we can actually get the running water now.
Alexander fills the hunter's lamp to the brim with the fountain water.
And we can now enchant the hunter's lamp.
Speaking the incantation would do little good unless...
That's a magic paint spell. Fuck, okay, make rain spell. There we go.
Alexander prepares to enchant the hunter's lamp with the make rain spell incantation.
Clouds of thunder, shafts of light, come and sup with me tonight. Waters 3 have I for tea, brew a tempest now for me.
The lamp in Alexander's hand gives a little perk. He hopes the spell works despite his makeshift teapot.
Okay, and now with that, we can head out. And we no longer need to go to the Isle of Beasts because there's nothing else here. Also, actually, wait, fuck. I forget. I have to get the rose again because we will need it in a few seconds.
Alexander takes a magnificent white rose.
Yeah, we already heard of that. Okay, so now we will once again head back to the Isle of the Crown.
Alexander.
And head up here. Actually, fuck. This part's gonna run on quite longer than I would have wanted, but actually, I want to go back to the Isle of Wonder. Because there's a few things I want from there. First off, we're gonna go back there, because we can give the coal to, the White Queen. And, with that, we can, you know, get the egg from her.
Alexander picks up the bottle.
And that will be useful because rotten eggs contain sulfur. And we need that for, one of our spells. Anyways, we got this.
The little bottle contains some sort of potion and bears a label saying, "Drink me." That's rather forward of it.
Oh, I'm sure that nothing wrong will go wrong.
Alexander searches the bottle for a clue about the potion inside, but remains unilluminated.
Oh, I'm sure it will be fine.
Alexander decides to swallow the potion in the bottle labeled "Drink me" to see what happens. Suddenly, his vision fades to black. His lungs become too heavy to breathe. His heartbeat slows. Then beats no more. Suddenly, his heart takes a lurch, then beats strong. His chest heaves like that of a newborn. His vision clears, and Alexander feels fine.
Phew. For a minute there, I thought, what if someone else had seen me and thought, sounds?
Interesting. Also, the fucking door to the thing disappeared. Okay. That's a nice little glitch right there. Anyways, yeah, that will prove a bit useful in a bit.
Your Highness may as well spend her royal time contemplating something else. The lump of coal shall be sent to the Castle of the Crown under my name, and that's all there is to it.
No, it shan't.
Yes, it shall.
If the coal is sent in your name, I shall royally decree a ban on all red on this isle.
You do, and I shall royally decree that white shall be henceforth used for all mopping up of cabbage stew.
You wouldn't dare!
Oh, wouldn't I?
Oh, it's you! Have you thought of any more of those brilliant ideas of yours?
Well, obviously, we shall give the coal to her.
I found the two of you another lump of coal, so that you can stop fighting over the one you have.
Oh, let me see! A lump of coal! And what a beauty it is, too! Oh, marvelous! Now we can stop fighting, sister. Your Highness can just keep the old lump of coal, and I'll take this new one.
Quite right. That settles everything.
As a token of our endless esteem and royal favor, please accept this magnificent and truly incredible spoiled egg.
Thanks.
Let me see that lump of coal, Your Highness.
It is a beauty, isn't it?
Why, it's bigger than my lump of coal. Let me have it immediately. Over my dead body, Your Highness. It's my lump of coal, and it is indeed larger and much grander. Just look at that sheen.
I demand you exchange with me immediately.
Also, I'm just realizing now that normally there's white and black chess pieces, but they made one of them red. Now, I'm suspecting that's because some of the color jokes would be a bit awkward. Anyways, now we have the rotten egg, and now we have a piece of sulfur, which is another one of our spell ingredients. Again, this part's running on a lot longer than I had wanted it to, but that's just kind of how it goes, because there's a lot of dialogue in this game. I apologize. But now, we have a few more things to do before we wrap up the episode. First off, I'll go into the bookshop here.
Hello. I will be...
Normally Jalo's there. I guess he's not.
Now.
Oh well.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
And what we will do, we will trade in the tinderbox.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex.
And we will grab the nightingale once again.
That mechanic... Thank you.
Because it's time to finally deal with that one bird that's out there.
A nightingale perches on a high branch of the tree. She sings the most beautiful song Alexander has ever heard.
And as we heard, Cosima also has a nightingale, so that must be hers.
The mechanical nightingale...
So we shall use it.
Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale and places it on the ground. The mechanical nightingale sings a sweet, tinny tune. The real nightingale in the tree cocks her head and listens intently. The nightingale flies to a lower branch and looks at Alexander curiously, as if she were deciding that this human might not be so bad.
And now we can show the nightingale things. The nightingale will take the things to Cosima. So first off, we should show that we're here by giving the bird the ring.
Alexander holds out his insignia ring to the nightingale, hoping she perhaps is the nightingale that Jalo spoke of, and that she might be able to take the ring to Cosima. The ring is the one thing he has that might alert Cosima to his presence on the Isles. The nightingale swoops down and grabs the ring. She flies off towards the castle, perhaps to Cosima.
Sing, sing. What have you got in your mouth, my pretty? A gold ring? Sing, sing. Where did you get this? Realm of Daventry. But this is Alexander's ring. Oh, my soul. He must be here. Sing, sing. I wish you could tell me what you've seen. Is he really here, then? On this very island? Oh, if only I could leave this castle as easily as you. Take this ribbon, Sing Sing. If you know where he is, return it to him. Please be careful, Alexander. It is so dangerous, and yet I could not wish you away.
The little bird makes a delivery.
And we'll grab it.
It's a red velvet hair ribbon. Could it be? Could it possibly belong to Cosima herself?
Or am I merely wishing it were so? Oh.
And, yeah.
The lady's hair ribbon is made of the finest red velvet.
Hair ribbon. Well, we do need a fair maiden's hair. so we can search the ribbon.
The red ribbon feels soft and luxurious between Alexander's caressing fingers. The red ribbon feels...
Or I guess not currently. I thought... Okay, I guess not. Anyways, we have this one piece of poetry that we got earlier, and I think that'd be a good thing to give to the Nightingale as well.
Alexander holds out the love poem, hoping that the bird will deliver it to the same place she took the ring, in the chance that the receiver might truly be Cosima. The Nightingale swoops down, grabs the love poem, and takes it towards the castle.
Sing, sing, my sweet, you bring another present. Let me see. It is a poem, Sing, sing.
What was it when I looked at you? What power has chained me through and through, and binds my heart with links so tight, I cannot live without the sight of you.
Oh, Alexander. I was hoping he'd return to you. Take this to him while he waits. Hurry, my fleet one.
The little bird makes a delivery. It's a note.
Dearest Alexander, I cannot believe you are here, my friend. Please, please be careful. Abdul isn't about to let anyone interfere with his plans. Watch out for Abdul's genie, Alexander, and do not do anything rash. I am not without resources, and I will prevail if I can only find some small means of defense. Do nothing to try to get to me. You must not be endangered again for my sake. Greatly in your family's debt, Cosima.
Alexander's hand trembles as he reads the note. For the first time in his long search, he has heard her voice again, if only in writing. No words of love, only friendly concern. Friend. Is the maiden merely shy, or does she regard him only as a brother?
And we have one final thing to send to her, which is the flower.
Alexander holds out the rose, hoping that the bird will deliver it to Cosima. The Nightingale takes the rose and heads for the castle once more.
A white rose, how beautiful. It must be from Alexander. How I wish that I could see him with my own eyes, but Abdul will never allow it. He only risks capture by sending me these things, dear to my heart though they are. Fly elsewhere, my pretty friend. Do not endanger Prince Alexander again by taking tokens from his hand. Forgive me, Alexander, and forget me. I cannot return your love, for fear that I shall never leave this castle again.
Alexander waits in vain for Cosima's Nightingale to return, but the bird does not. Could there be something wrong? Or does Cosima simply not welcome his attentions further?
We won't learn that for a while now. Anyways, now I'm going to attempt to go back into the bookshop and, hopefully Jala's there.
Hello?
Shit. So I missed an interaction with him, I do believe, and I don't...
No.
Fuck, I could, like, just, like, I'm not sure he'll come into here. Maybe I can, like, warp back here. And then he'll come... Fuck, dude, that's annoying. And the game crashed. Fucking... Oh my lord. We're gonna pause. Alright, so I'm back to where I was before I crashed. Basically, you're supposed to meet Jalo, and he says, oh, you know, the Vizier is watching after you. If you want to trick him, then it is best to, like, possibly, you know, like, make him think that you're dead. And I missed that. And so, that means yeah, I missed that. I don't know if I can get full points or get the correct ending now. Shit. I think it should be fine.
Old lamps!
Shut up. Anyways, we need to,
Good day, Prince Alex.
yeah, fuck. Normally, the wizard's supposed to be, or the genie's supposed to be there, but I guess not. Maybe if I keep going back and forth. Ah, fuck. I just fucked myself here.
Good day, Prince Alex.
Shit. Well, anyways, I'll end the part right here, because we've been going on long enough, and I will see you sometime later. Bye. I'll probably have to fix this. Shit!